freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a round-away girl to live in. Showtime.
It's magic.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice job there defensively. Touch pass, they saw it coming, converged on it before it could get much out.
Beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards.
4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run. The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. got a man. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back knife on their heel. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. On second down, it's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Herbert. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got the hook up downfield to Boykin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's Walker. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown. Christian Watson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
He'll be... Gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll drop to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Now a play fake here on first down. Middle of the field to Jefferson.
First down pass, complete to Van Jefferson. A gain of 12. First down, San Francisco.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On the counter, it's Walker. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The Chargers had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
39 yards there, a big one.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far. You know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Herbert now. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Tyquan Thornton from 6 yards away. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Tyquan Thornton who brought in the touchdown reception to cap things off. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he's flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's taken in at the 9. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
He'll get it inside the 20. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. They get 14 back, but it leads now to the 3rd down.
And And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. And now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw here. Touchdown 49ers. Richie James as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And that's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, it's Herbert. Throw fighting Thornton over the middle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Losing with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Herbert off of play action. Being chased out left. He completes this to Walker. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, LA! A great play there. 38 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some cut points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation, because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And the ball is knocked out. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling, and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Ken Walker, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In clutch territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. But now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down plays. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away and it throws it complete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the right side, this is Walker. A beautiful fake. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Tyquan Thornton with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th. Do that? No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
1st down, San Francisco.
They'll drop to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Second down and inches. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
44-yard gain on the play. First down, 49ers.
Again, he'll drop to throw. James has got it. Complete. Touchdown. Richie James. But here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His fifth touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say fifth touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They can copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just
whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Second and 11. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 50 yards. And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that drive, 4 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
A good pickup there, 22. Herbert on first down now. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with it. Offense operate quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and goal. Herbert. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Tyquan Thornton. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He finds his man, complete. That's James. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
George Kittle, a gain of 12. First down, 49ers.
And as this defense walks over the field, they should do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense.
Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to be a star. Yeah, pull up with a baddie in a fancy car. How to party like a rock star and play guitar like a superstar. Yeah, and I'm so tired of them playing with me. Yeah, pushing my buttons, this ain't no game to me. Yeah, ain't got time to be explaining me. Yeah, I'ma just take over the game, baby. Yeah, let me show you how to be a star. Let me show you how to go far, far. Let me show you how to shine bright. Let me show you how to shine right. Let me show you how to raise a bar, how to go large, how to take it too far. Let me show you.
Bigger, better, petty, don't matter. Far as the teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should've been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases pending. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now, can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player male. Say, what you talking that funky, about my face, wearing that monkey. We didn't, not that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money. It's the paper power pastor, burning rubber faster than a call NASCAR. My solo, no sir, I am not a passer. I will not after any of you people blistered. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work